Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So, look, I did a video a second day in a row. I look crazy because I just got off work, so I have my hair up and everything for work. I'm gonna work on my shawl if you don't mind. How are you guys doing today? I know I probably look a little weird because my mic is my earpiece today, my earbud. Yeah. So I realized, I'm gonna start out by saying that I realized I messed up yesterday. Yesterday's Vlogtober, the giant piece of it, should have said through the 21st. Because yesterday, when I released it, was the 21st. And this is for Vlogtober day 22. So I guess for for consistency's sake, I'm gonna put Vlogtober 21st through 22nd, even though I didn't miss the day in between these two. That'll make my brain feel better, I guess. Just realized you can't even see. I don't know if I can even lean back far enough. Alright. Maybe I can just move you. Can I move you guys down some? I don't know what's gonna happen when I do this, but we're gonna try. Ready? Hold on. Yes? You guys still with me? Alright. Well, I had nothing to open yarn-wise or anything like that today. And, I mean, it's almost 3 in the morning. I just got off work a little bit ago. As I expected, it was a bad night. I already talked about that yesterday. And tomorrow, well, today, as you're seeing this, is going to be another very bad. What are you doing? What are you doing, Maverick? So if you hear any weird noises, you can see it was it's the weird fuzzy monster baby. What? Alright, anyway. So yeah, I don't have a lot of exciting things because I spent I spent all of my day at work. I didn't set an alarm. I literally was so tired when I went to bed that I forgot to set an alarm, which luckily my body just kind of wakes up most of the time. Like on my days off when I'm trying to sleep in, sometimes I can, I don't know, override that, I guess, and stay asleep. Or sometimes even on my days off, I'll wake up when it's work time or when it's like regular time, you know? But then I'll be like, I'm going back to bed. So yeah. I showed you this yesterday, and I have made some progression on it. Like I said, I haven't been home very long. I only worked on it a little bit last night and then tonight. But this is the Sea Breeze shawl, I believe, from Fiber Spider, from our lovely, beautiful Fiber Spider. And I am using, I guess I've used quite a bit. Like, I showed you the yarn yesterday, so here's where I'm at with it. But this is Premier Coffee Shop in the color Grand Canyon, which, like I said, I don't think that you can get it anymore. You know what? I'm by my computer. Let's look it up. I know you can't get Grand Canyon anymore unless they brought it back, which that doesn't usually happen. I am not usually on this website. I don't order a lot of Premier yarn. honestly. Let me search. Why would you not search? There we go. Coffee shop. Spelled it right? Yep. It's just, I always spell shop S-H-O-P-P-E. I don't know why. I mean, that's like the UK term or spelling, right? I think. I know I spell everything. Like, I add U's where there just shouldn't be U's and all that fun stuff. And I have since I was young, like very young. So it's just not a habit. Like, after a while of being an adult, I just decided to roll with it. Yeah. Anyway. No, I don't think that they have coffee shop at all. Honestly. On the search, it didn't come up. I'm clicking through yarns really quick. I really want to try that L by Me Odette or whatever it's called. It looks really fuzzy and it looks like shimmery. And there's like a bunch of different yarn in it. 23% polyester, 22% alpaca. I have a weird relationship with alpaca, so maybe not. Anyway. They have a lot of like chunky yarns, velvet yarns, chenille yarns, blanket yarns. The parfait is one of those too, right? Yeah. I didn't mean for this to turn into a what's on Premier Yarn's website kind of video. They have a lot of bulky. At least from the, I'm just going through it. Like, I just went to the yarn page and decided to just go through page by page real quick. I mean, I'm sure they have size 1 yarn and DK and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of it, but oh, spun colors is still a thing. Let me see if the spun colors that I have is still a thing. Ugh, it's still on their site. I have spun colors in the color Autumn, which I love. I love it. But I only bought 2 of them. And I want to make something with them. So I was just thinking, maybe at some point I can get some more of it. Ooh, but it's out of stock right now. There's a color called Harvest that's gorgeous too. It is really pretty. Alright, we're going to stop looking at yarn. See, this is how I get myself in trouble. Like, I did just do a really good job of not ordering anything from Hirschner's when they had the $1.99 shipping. I was pretty bound and determined I was going to try to save money off to the side and get that one color that's left of the Halloween yarn that I really, really want, which is the Monster Mash. I think it's called Monster Mash. I really, really, really want that yarn. It's like my last bucket listy kind of yarn right now, honestly. But anyway, I don't know why we're getting on a tangent of yarn shopping at 3 in the morning. See, this is what I do. That Marla yarn is really pretty. That's a newer one, right? Superwash Merino, 100%. There is some pretty yarn. The Tabac? T-A-B-A-C, that colorway? Oh, that's pretty. I don't ever find myself buying Premier Yarns. I don't know why. There's some, okay, we're gonna stop. Coffee shop, not a thing. Let's just, yeah, not a thing anymore. Like, it's a thing, and we all own it. Well, we don't all own it. Because I've just been clinging to this for a while, but we've all had a chance to own it. It's a thing. But not any, like, it's not for sale anymore that I can tell anyway. So, I don't know where that came from. Like, I'm feeling chatty, even though I really have nothing to chat about. Like, I wish I was doing, I don't know, like a live right now, I guess, and then you guys we could talk. Some night I should just go live, a random 3 in the morning live. Would any of you guys be awake to see that? I know Amy would. From Hooked on Wishing. But, well, not necessarily. I don't know if she works nights every night, but you know, she often says like, oh, I'm doing a late night shift. I know I posted in the Facebook group tonight, we're gonna talk about the charity that I'm working with, right? Well, I'm not technically working with them. I'm not like a spokesperson of theirs in any way, but they're the charity, that the same one from last year that I'm really passionate about. It's not even last year, it was the beginning of, it was January, you guys. It was January. But I'm really passionate about them. I really want to see them succeed. I know they're getting increasingly scared that they're not going to succeed. And that makes me worried for them. But tonight at work, I passed around a donation cup again. And because when I posted in the Facebook group, there was like 45 minutes left. They did another Tuesday thing where it was called like $2 Tuesday. I know I talked about this yesterday, where she will ask like small donation stuff, you know, like $2 Tuesday, $10 Thursday, $5 Friday, stuff like that. But today's was special because anybody who donated, there was like a mystery donor, basically a mystery person, and she gets these throughout, you know, like from time to time, which is great. I think a lot of them are like businesses or like maybe some well-to-do people that want to help and that kind of thing, and they match the donations. So everyone today was matched and doubled. So yeah, I passed the old cup around, and I had collected the donation tin that we had up at a place in town here, and got them some money. It wasn't a crazy amount or anything, because it was literally just, I already told you, we have like nobody at work right now, so. But yeah, that felt good. I was happy about that. And if you haven't been around the channel, what I'm in a hurry to make this lovely piece for is I am doing, I think we decided, I know Karen, you had said to message you when I like picked a date and time and stuff. I did message Fiber Spider because I guess Vlogtober here is just going to be us planning this, right? You guys want to help me plan this? This being the auction, the charity auction for this. I haven't even said in this video, it's called For the Sake of Being Humane Animal Shelter. They're locally based, they're that direction from me. And the backstory to this is that last year they were trying to raise, I can't remember the amount now, but they raised it. By the end of the year, they had raised it, or by November, whenever, January, whenever it was. And their landlord had been deciding he wanted to sell the property they were on. Well, she has been there for multiple years. That's her established place. It would take a lot of time and effort, and if she even could find another place, you know, it would just be a really big pain in the butt when he was going to offer her the chance to buy the place. Well, he then reneged, and there was some drama behind it, which I don't remember all of because it's been a while and I've had a lot on my brain lately, sorry. But yeah, there's been drama with that, and he agreed to give them one last year, which was this 2025 year, to get the full amount, like the complete full total amount, which was, I I want to say $250,000. Like, if you're curious about this whole story, you can check in the Facebook group, which is linked down below, posts of theirs that I have made. She does tell her story and her goal limit and how much has been made and stuff like that, and I try to post that both so that everybody has her information if they want to donate, and just even if you're not donating, if you're just keeping them in your thoughts and stuff, it provides, you know, the updates for you guys. So it isn't always just about the me begging for donations on their behalf. But I'm not above that either, so whatever helps them out. Anyway, so at the beginning of the year, if you weren't around for this, we did a charity auction. I took an awful lot of, like, my previous makes, things like that. We had folks donate things. They donated objects made, they donated yarn made, both dyed and spun, and it was a big group effort. There was amigurumi monsters, which I loved, that were donated. There were shawls and, you know, just a ton of different things, and it was just our whole community getting together and backing a cause that I am very passionate about, so I'm really thankful to you guys for that. We had Miss Courtney from Fiber Fox Studios going live with me, and then stepping in for a while as like guest host with us was Fiber Spider, and I love Fiber Spider. He's so generous and wonderful. I'm sure if you guys are here, you know who he is, who Craig is, but if you don't, please go check him out. But he was hoping, and I was hoping, that he could join us again in November, and I texted him today, which was really funny. I had asked him if like a certain date would work for him, or a certain day of the week, and he ended up sending me back a video of his newest tattoo that he got, which is really cool. I don't think he has shown it in a video yet, but when he does, you guys are gonna love it. He's getting like a whole sleeve tattoo of different things. It's very cool looking. So anyway, I'll have to send him back another. I was at work trying to, like, this thought came to me for, oh, this day would work, and then I was messaging him, and I didn't end up messaging anyone else about it, because it was just, you know, it was a lot. I do have to start messaging people to see if they'll advertise on their channels, though. That helped immensely last year. Nearly everybody that I messaged helped us out and put the word out and everything, so that was great. So yeah, hopefully, sorry, I'm at like the one part where I'm like, which part? Okay, the very tip of it. There's like 3 different possibilities for the very tip of this. Anyway, but I was thinking, let's see, this is the October calendar. We're gonna do this in November, and I'm thinking I'm always off on Sundays, so maybe Sunday would be a good day, like Sunday evening would be a good day to have this. And like, I'm thinking the 16th of November, because that gives me, like, the last auction, everybody paid. Like, there was like one blip where somebody didn't send the address right, or didn't get the address right or something for my PayPal, because we're just paying over my PayPal. And it took like a few extra days to get it sorted out, but which it happens, and you know, it wasn't anything like crazy going on with it or anything, it just happened. But everyone else paid like immediately, and I was able that week to get out. I think I showed either a picture of it on the community post, or I might have done a little video of it, but my whole back seat was just full of boxes and envelopes, and it was pretty great, actually. We had shipping angels who donated during the live, and who gave me donations to help with the shipping, and that was immensely helpful. Just all sorts of, like I said, everybody, like, in whatever way they could. You know, some of it was, some people couldn't donate their actual time and or, you know, money value stuff, but they donated items. Some people donated by getting the word out there. You know, just every little bit of anything helps. Like any positivity toward this cause, you know, helps. So anyway, so I was thinking Sunday the 16th, if that works. Like I have to get back with Craig. I mean, Karen, you're probably watching this before I ever get it. Like, I don't want to say get a chance to message you, but like, I go through weird phases where, I don't know, it's like just messaging sometimes is overwhelming to me because I do stupid things and I let things build up, and I have like 4 or 5 people that I have to message for certain things. So then I'm like, oh, that's so much conversing at one time, which is, it sounds dumb coming out of my mouth, but it is overwhelming to me sometimes, especially in the middle of work when I come to decisions about things like this. But yeah, hopefully that day will work, and like I said, it'll give me time before December. I know the price raises probably start a little earlier than that. Is that the week of Thanksgiving? Hold on, I have an actual date book here. See my little planner? Got that off Amazon like last year. I love it. I love this planner. It's like got 5 years worth of, is it 5 years? It was 2023 to 2026. It's 3 years, I guess. 4 years? Anyway. So Thanksgiving. Dude, does this calendar not say when Thanksgiving is? I know it's always on a Thursday. Oh. My finger was covering up the day. Dirt. Okay, so if we had it the 16th, that would give me the full week and then some, because the 27th is Thanksgiving, which is my grandpa's birthday. He's left us, but I still remember his birthday, obviously. It was always cool because like his birthday was always on either Thanksgiving or like so close, you know, just depending on the week. I don't know why I thought that was so cool. I didn't like, growing up, Thanksgiving was, what I liked about Thanksgiving was the just the family togetherness, you know. It wasn't like the food. The food's good, you know, my grandma always cooked, so I mean, you can't go wrong with grandma's cooking. But anyway, I told you I'm chatty tonight, didn't I? By the way, I know I told you guys that I was, that out here is where I was talking about by my desk, is where I had that blanket project that I didn't, the bubblegum color way that I was looking for from Big Twist. And I said, this cake right here, you know, because my table is so messy. That's not even, I'm literally holding things in this bag right here. It's a fast food bag, but there's nothing fast foody in it. Like, it's ridiculous. I need to clean my table off so badly, it's unreal. But don't look at that part. No, but this one right here, this is that Karen 1-pounder. I think the colorway might be called Rose, or it has the word rose in it, but that's the one I thought was the color of it. And I would love to show you that blanket, but guess what I did? I put it in the bag from Randy that I got yesterday, and I put it in my yarn room. So now it's another story of I don't have it because it's in the other room. I'll show you eventually. But one of my friends, I don't know if she wants me to, I mean, one of my friends, I don't think she cares. Rose from Rose Likes Crochet messaged me because she has 2 of the Big Twist values in the color bubblegum. So I'm going to get those from her because she was generous enough to let me. And that would make a total of 5. But like I said, the blanket is really long. Like, this is Maverick's crate right here. And if you're familiar with the different sizes for dog crates, this is the biggest one, right? It's, I don't know how big it is, but it's the biggest one that I know of that you can get. It's pretty big. And I had taken a picture of the blanket all the way to the back because I have like 4 or 5 strips joined. The blanket's all the way to the back. It runs the whole length down the crate and onto the floor. Like, my intention was for it, like I said, to be like a full-size blanket, like full or queen size blanket. So it's pretty long, and that's where I got myself into trouble with the not having enough of the Big Twist value in the color bubblegum, because it's so long, and like I'm joining it like a continuous join all the way, you know, except on mile a minute strips instead of granny squares, because if you've been around this channel very long, you'll know that I am not about the sewing life. Like, I love to make blankets. I do not love to sew blankets. So I am forever going to either continuous join them or continuous join as you go. I'm not gonna sew. Like, unless I am trying to reproduce something that requires it, I'm not gonna do it. So, so I believe that saves me just a little bit of the yarn, just because you're joining it and you don't have to save any yarn aside to sew it and that kind of thing. But yeah, there's just not enough. So, and of course I picked a color that was discontinued from Joann's years ago. But yeah, I'm super thankful to be getting some more. Hopefully that's enough. And yeah, so then I can show you my big scrappy pink blanket. But there's where we're at now on the shawl. And I sold, I think I had either 2 or 3 of these up in the auction, and they sold really well. Now the ones I did were not in like a color phasing yarn like this, because this actually has like a marl to it, if you can see that, where they kind of twist together. I really like this yarn. Like, I'm sad to see that there is no coffee shop yarn, because it's really nice. Like, I was hoarding it for a reason. It wanted to be in this auction, I guess, but I love these colors. I love them. So I'm glad I'm doing it. I hope it finds a good home, that somebody loves it. And I love making this pattern. I do. I don't think Fiber Spider really has a bad pattern. And I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. But yeah. Very, very chatty about nothing tonight, really. I mean, it's not nothing. It's, you know, there's a lot of planning that I'm trying to pack into a short amount of time, and that's partially because of life things, and it's partially on me, because I like to be very planned out, and I recognize that I am not at all. And I am regretting that decision, but I'm trying to make up for it the best that I can now. That's really all you can do, right? What are you doing, little mister? Wandering. I do have the week of Halloween, the actual week of, because Halloween is what? Get the calendar back up here. Halloween is next week, but we have almost a full week happening because it's on a Friday. It's on a Friday, which is obviously the 31st, but my town is doing trick-or-treating on, like, in two days or whatever, 3 days, on the 25th. Which I hate. I know I grew up basically old school, and there was no organized trick-or-treating. Like, we just went like, the fact that it was the 31st was all the organization we needed, you know. Sir, can you guys see his tail working? Come on, just because the camera's on you. My little silly boy. Anyway, so again, if you guys hear weird noises, it's this little man being a weirdo at 3:30 in the morning almost. I don't remember what I was even saying. Oh yeah, I hate that Kalamazoo is not even the town that I'm in. I don't know, like, the map of Michigan. I'm over here on the lakeshore, and Kalamazoo is like over here somewhere. I am not near there at all. I don't know why I said Kalamazoo. Anyway, and yes, for those of you who are not here in Michigan or have not been to Michigan, but have heard the name Kalamazoo, because there was a song, right? Or something. Kalamazoo is a real place. It is not even that close. It's kind of close to me. But it's still a drive. I can tell you, it's where the Michaels is that I go to. And it's where when I said before, when Joann's was closing, and I said whenever I went, that it was the Joann's that my grandma first took me to, that was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So, I mean, that's in my vicinity. But yeah, it's very much not my town. I hate that my town is doing Halloween or trick-or-treating so early. It just doesn't have the same feel, you know? Plus, my vacation doesn't start. It was supposed to start Tuesday, the 28th. And then since my boss accidentally scheduled me, and I said, no, that's my vacation time, because David gets vacation time starting, I think, actually the 25th, Saturday. But I wanted as much time, even though our workplaces don't align, like my days of the week start on a Wednesday, his days of the week start on a Saturday for the scheduling. I wanted as much time off as possible, so I had asked for the Tuesday off before my week started. And she accidentally scheduled me, told me, because I said, I'm not sure what I have going on that day, like maybe I asked off for a reason. And she's like, oh, well, think about it and get back to me. And then she finalized the schedule. I was like, we didn't even talk about this yet. And then she said, well, I need you to. So, there's a day off that I don't have. Not that my company would probably pay me for the vacation anyway, because their track record hasn't been great, right? You guys who have been around have heard about all that. I still never got paid for the vacation that I was so mad about, like last year or the year before. We're just apparently forgetting all about it. But whatever, at this point, I'm so over it, you know? I don't know. What else? I know that I'm all over the place. Sorry. I want to get all the information in my brain out, and then the camera starts rolling, and then the information's gone. Aside from the fact that I really need to get this auction stuff going. But yeah, let me know for any of you guys who are going to stop by like last time, or new people. Let me know if that day works well. Like, I know I can't please everybody. Somebody's not going to be able to make it. But if the majority could do it, that day would work really great for me. I'm just saying. Like, unless something comes up, I guess. But I don't think anything will. I made a mistake. Last row. That's what I get for talking. I can fix it. It's okay. But that's what I get. Make Make sure I'm not fixing the wrong one here. Man, what did I do, you guys? No, we're still good. You guys watch Good Mythical Morning? Rhett and Link. We're still good. They're like my favorite. I think they're my favorite YouTubers at this point. Like, I like Mr. Ballin a lot. I like Stephanie Harlow a lot. But I have seen every Good Mythical Morning for the past umpteen years. I love them. And see, tomorrow's Thursday, so tomorrow night is their Good Mythical Evening, like pay-per-view. So I am going to get that. I think I have enough money left over for that. Because I still haven't purchased that, but I want to watch it really bad. I have seen every Good Mythical Evening so far, so I don't want to stop now. Yeah. So I have been so, like, I don't want to say self-absorbed, but I mean, it has kind of been, like, in my life, it has been, you know, like, drama, sadness, and then now worry for the upcoming stuff, like the auction. But how are you guys doing? How is your October? What have you guys been doing? I'm not gonna lie, because of all of the stress going on, it hasn't felt right to me. Like the weather has been amazing. Today was so windy and rainy, and yesterday was windy and still like pretty warm, at least during the day. And with all the leaves just swirling around, and like it felt right. It felt like fall. It felt, you know, wonderful. But as far as like in the spirit, like we did go pick up pumpkins. We have not carved, but that's not abnormal. We like to carve them just before Halloween. So like that's okay. But usually I have my corn stalks up in the front yard, and that's not happening at the moment. Like there's still time, but I do want to go get some of those. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying really hard to get myself back in like the spirit of, you know, of everything. But how are you guys faring as far as Halloween things are going? I have my fall candle. If I can manage to not drop it, that would be great. But I have my pumpkin cupcake going. I just got some more of these because I hadn't bought. I've been doing really well. Like I have a Bath and Body Works problem, the way that I have a yarn problem, like with, but especially with their fall stuff. But pumpkin cupcake is my favorite scent in the entire universe, and I don't know if they still have it now because this was like a week or so ago. But on their website, they had, I only went to, like, I know I've said before, when I go to, like, when I was just on Premiere, I'm surprised I didn't end up sticking things in a cart. But, like, the way I operate, I make a cart, and I don't hit buy, but that, you know, that's what I do, is I just put in a cart, and that's the way I window shop online. But I do that with Bath and Body Works, too. Which is, so it's amazing that I've been this good this year. But I went to look because they had really cheap candles. Like, you know, like occasionally they do the candle sales, and candles were like half off. That would have made them like 12 something or 14 something. I don't remember what the regular price is because I never buy stuff regular price from there. But for some reason, well, I shouldn't even say for some reason, it's already October, and in, you know, in the Bath and Body Works business, that means it's Christmas, basically. They are putting out winter scents, I believe, but I think they are. I haven't looked, to be honest, at that. I keep continually looking at the fall stuff, and the whole reason I brought that up was because they were on sale, not for 12 or 14 something, but the pumpkin cupcake specifically was $9.99. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. My favorite candle ever for like a pretty decent price. Yeah. So I got, I think, 4 of them. So this is, I'm burning the first of the 4. But I love it. I love it so much. So I'm really trying to, you know, get myself in the mood for fall and Halloween, and like, it's just been a lot this year. But we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. But I hope you guys are having a really great fall, a really great lead up to Halloween. I hope you're feeling extra spooky. Oh, I did watch a spooky movie. I watched The Blob, which I haven't seen in so long. I watched The Blob when I was a little kid. Fox, not like Fox, the cable channel, because I don't even think there was, I don't know if there was a Fox cable channel then. But we had 4 TV channels. We had CBS, NBC, that both came in with our antenna, came in really strong. Back when antennas were a thing, right? And then we had ABC, which was, there was 2 different channels that were both ABC. One was out of like South Bend, and one was out of, I want to say Grand Rapids, but I could be wrong about that, which are in 2 different directions for me. I'm kind of, man, if somebody was really dedicated to it, you guys could pretty much pinpoint where I'm at with all this information I'm giving you, right? but so depending on the weather and stuff, you know, any of you guys who know from back then, one of them came in better than the other, you know. So we had ABC, which was a most of the time channel, and then we had Fox, which in our area is Fox 17, and it came from Grand Rapids, I believe. And I'm pretty sure it was Fox that put on like Saturday, what were they called? Saturday double feature matinees or something like that. And I don't remember, like, I'm sure they had them at Christmas time and for summertime and stuff like that. But what I remember is in the fall, they definitely did it. And they would, like, I'm sure that's where I first saw The Birds, which is one of my very favoriteest movies ever. It is definitely where I first saw The Blob. It's where I first saw, like, the original Night of the Living Dead. They're coming for you, Barbara. What else was on there that I saw? Little Shop of Horrors. The Elephant Man. What else? There's so many different, like, that was my first exposure. I'm sure that's where I first saw Frankenstein and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. But all these kind of like old-timey movies, you know. And I loved The Blob. I loved it. My mom loved it, which is probably, you know, when you're a little girl, like, if your mom is like, yeah, into something, you're probably interested in it too, you know. I mean, at least I was. She didn't, like, force it on me, but, you know, she'd be like, oh, you want to watch The Blob? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you want to watch it, I want to watch it. Which, honestly, is where my obsession with wrestling back in the day came from. Which, speaking of which, I know I have talked to you guys about me doing this crazy writing project with my fanfic writing that's going to end up being, like, a crazy novel. It is very ambitious. Let's just say I will be writing this until I am old and gray, but it's all dealing with, like, the golden era of wrestling kind of stuff. And my mom is the reason why I was so obsessed with it back in the day. She used to watch Saturday night's main events, and she would turn on Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, because like I was pretty young. I'm sure she found out about it and it was like, hey, look, you love Hulk Hogan, you know. So she's where I found out about that, and I watched like all the old Rockin' Wrestlings. But yeah, just, you know, my mom was a great influence on me. My mom was the one who decided, you know, like little 5 or 6-year-old Heather was good to watch Nightmare on Elm Street. She was right. I handled it just fine. And the Friday the 13th movies and stuff. Like, I watched all of that stuff when I was super young. Totally fine. So, yeah, thanks, Mom, you know, for that. And I don't mean that sarcastically. Like, she definitely shaped me. You can see my mom, not even, like, yes, physically, I do look a lot like my mom. But, you can see my mom's flair in me, for sure. But anyway, back to the original. I watched The Blob. And, I watched the like, Technicolor version. Because originally it was black and white, right? And then turned Technicolor. And I think they even remade it. I'm not really sure about that. I have definitely not seen it if they have remade it. Oh, I know what other movie they had on the double features. They had Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I think. I think that's where I watched that. I don't think I liked that one that much. I can't remember for sure. Maybe I should look that one up. Because I really do like all... They're not all from the exact same time, I'm sure, but they all had the same feel. Maybe it's my nostalgia from seeing them at the same, you know, in the same times. But, like, I know some of them are way older than other ones and that kind of thing. But I still group all of them together as old-timey movies, right? So, anyway. I have been talking for a really, really long time for somebody who's only been working on a shawl. But here's how much I got done so far. I'm hoping I can knock out a few more of these. Probably the same pattern. Because it's, I mean, it works out pretty quickly. I'm almost done with this cake of yarn. I am thinking about, so I have 2 more cakes of yarn. And we'll say this one has got 3, like, it's got this blue-red color, and then it's got this bluish color, like blue-silver, and then it's got this yellowy color. And those are the color changes. So 2 more full color changes, and the rest of this one. And that'll be 1 full cake. I have 2 other cakes, so I'm thinking that hopefully that will make this big enough. But I was considering striping in a solid color, like maybe after this one. You know, of like the yarn I have is of course not in here. That's like the story of my day, right? Or of my life, or the month, or something. It's not in here. I'm trying to find, do I have anything of that color? It's like a light tan, like a camel type of color. And I was thinking that might go nice with this because of this color right here. It just might be a nice contrast. What do you guys think? I think I might do it like a stripe, like the middle section. I have 2 not hanks, 2 skeins of yarn. So I could make a nice big center stripe, or I can just leave it like this. I don't really know what would be better. I guess I could wait and see, and then do the bottom that color. I wanted it to be like a cohesive look, and I feel like if it's in the middle, it will not look like I was stretching out the yarn, you know, making the yarn last longer. It'll look like it was meant to be like that, like it was designed like that. I still have this end, so I was like, what is that hanging down? Just pretend that's not there for a second. But and this is almost like one of those bandana tops. It's almost big enough for that. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Do you guys think that would look good? I kind of like it. I like the edging this makes too. I really love this shawl. Like this pattern, I love it. Love it, love it. Is there a sea breeze poncho? I say this would look really good as a poncho too, right? Like not this particular triangular piece, but I'm saying the pattern would look really good as a poncho. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go because I just keep talking, and I want to finish this cake of yarn tonight, and then I want to write, because I'm trying to make myself write. Like some days I've written, and I don't know, I have heard that people like, I mean, I'm not trying to be like a world's great author or anything, don't get me wrong, but I have already said it's a very lifelong, ambitious amount of topic to cover. And like we're talking multiple editions of War and Peace type of long, and I'm not exaggerating. I kind of like calculated a little bit last night. It's a lot. I've heard people like Stephen King makes himself write 2,000 words in a writing session if it takes a couple hours, or if it takes, you know, all day long or whatever. 2,000 is like his sweet spot. Now, I had days so far, and I have been keeping track. You guys so don't care about this, I know, but I've had days where I've hit almost 4,000 words. I've had days where I've hit almost 3,000 words, but then I've had days that are like 930 words. Yesterday I only did 147 last night because I was really tired, and I don't feel like you do really great writing if you're that tired either. You know, I don't anyway. I've had, you know, somewhere in the middle, like I'm seeing like 1,100, 1,200, you know, for a day. But every day I want to make myself write something, because if I don't, I will be dead before. Like people talk about how their yarn is going to outlive them. My writing will outlive me if I don't get to going. But yeah, so I want to write a little bit also, and I just haven't figured out a way to write and to crochet at the same time. Like if I play video games, I can, in between rounds and things like that, I can, you know, get some stitches in. But it's a whole other beast to have to, you know, sit there and type and everything, obviously, because you need multiple hands going on. So I want to get that done tonight, at least a little bit. And I have another super long, ridiculous shift tomorrow. Today, but it'll be today as you read this, or as you view this, but it's tomorrow for me because I haven't been to bed yet. But on that note, I am gonna let you guys go. I love you. I thank you for being so sweet and kind, and just understanding with me right now. I am, like I said, trying to get myself back into this, you know, like swing myself back on the horse kind of deal, but it's not hard wanting to talk to you guys, but it is hard, I don't know, getting like the ambition to just get in front of the camera. I don't really understand why that is, but it's kind of like the same reason when my brain, like when I said, you know, I'll let things go so long, and like with messages for people, like I'll get 5 or 6 or 10 people that I need to answer back or message in the first place, and then it just overwhelms me. So I don't know. I don't understand my own brain sometimes, but that is still, you know, how it goes. And yes, almost every time I do crocheting on camera, people want to see how I'm crocheting. So I hold everything like this. This is my tension right here. And then the yarn just threads up. As you've seen, I really only use this hand to kind of like hold my work. And I don't know how to put it. It kind of like, I move the yarn with this hand to make it fit with the hook, if that makes sense. Can you guys hear him snoring? If I was in my recording room with my good mic, I know you could, but he is snoring away down there. There's too much excitement earlier with this bed. See, look, you guys have gone through all the stages of Maverick with me tonight. Mr. Crazy Excitement, playful. Now Mr. I'm too sleepy for my own good. He is snoring so loud. It's adorable though. I still have a video of Winston snoring away that I'm so happy I took, because he had the cutest little snores. He was a big dog, but he had the cutest little snores. Anyway, I'm not gonna go off on another tangent, but yeah, that's what I was doing, was showing you. And I have found a few people that said that they crochet like I do, but most people find it either weird or just kind of like fascinating because it's something they don't, like a style they don't do. I know I've talked about my mother-in-law recently a lot, but she had always said she thinks I do this because I learned to knit before I learned to crochet, which granted I don't really knit a lot, but I do occasionally knit. And she also knit long before she crocheted. She crocheted, like she had picked up crochet a little bit because of me, or not because, before me, I mean, but when she found, she was like, oh, you crochet, I can ask you some stuff. And then whatever it was that I answered at the time, she got her answer, so she just took off with it, and she went like crazy in a good way with her crocheting. But she too knitted first, and she knitted for most of her life. And I don't think she even holds her yarn like this, but she like watched videos or learned from somebody who crocheted properly. So she held her yarn the proper way. But she thinks that I just kind of adapted like a knitting stance, I guess. So anyway, I just said, I'm not gonna get off on another tangent, and there I go. See, you guys aren't gonna miss me after a minute. You're gonna be like, oh god, she's back to talking like about random crazy stuff, and here we are along for the ride. Alright, I am gonna let you guys go. I will hopefully talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, alright, I love you. Bye guys.